Hey everyone, and welcome back to AzerothASMR. Today, we're going to try to hit level 15, and maybe run our first dungeon. I haven't decided yet. We're back in the Eastvale logging camp to turn in some of the quests that we didn't get a chance to turn in last time.
What can I do for you?
Like Manhunt. Here's the Collector's Ring. You can hear the voices of some of the Eastvale peasants, and they're sharing voice lines there. It's a reference to the original Warcraft games, because in the original Warcraft games, you would build bases, and those bases and amenities and like armories and stuff would require builders, and these peasants, share those voice lines. Anyway, you found him? Well done, sleepy girl. He won't be collecting from the Elwynn mines again. And this ring you found is interesting. It's a membership ring for the old stonemasons guild in Stormwind. I haven't seen one of these in years, since back in the days when the Defias Brotherhood used to infest this land. Cool, we got our first green item. So plain items are done with the white font, and then uncommon items are in green. So we got our first green item, and another extra bag, which is nice. And here's the hero's call for Westfall. Ooh, yes, we're gonna go to Westfall this video. So Westfall is the area right after Elwynn Forest, and there's a really cool quest line there. And when you hit level 10, a lot of the quest givers in Elwynn Forest tell you to go to Westfall. Hello, Sarah.
Light be with you.
These are nice scraps, if a little rough. Here you are. Oh, we get a nice shirt. Look at us. We're getting a bunch of uncommon items today.
Go with honor, friend.
So let's put on our new belt, our new wrist guards, and our new shirt. That's really nice. Oh, and I forgot that we have to put our hood on. Okay. Where else do we have to go to turn in quests? Protect the frontier. What we'll do is we'll hand in these quests here. Then we'll use our Hearthstone to go to Goldshire, and then we'll walk from Goldshire into Westfall. I hope that this video finds you doing very well, and that you're having a great October. It's finally getting nice and chilly out, and I love it. I'm not very much a fan of hot weather. Oh, and the gnome run is happening right now. That's nice.
Well met.
Oh yeah, we killed a bunch of murlocs for this one. A solid metal club. Not really an improvement on our staff, but I'll take the experience points. Thanks a lot for the help, sleepy girl. Something in the forest must be making these animals so bold. Whatever it is, I hope it stays there. And uncommon boots. Wow, we're really looting up.
Be careful.
Ah, and we've reached level 11. Let's put our new boots on. Cool. So we could gather these bundles of wood for easy quest. And since we're Hearthstoning to Goldshire anyway, doing our little teleport, I think that's what we'll do. That way, we have just a little bit extra experience on our bar, and it's a simple gather quest, which should take no time at all. And if anything bothers us, we've got a couple awesome spells to handle it. Actually, I'm going to move some of these spells around so that they're easier to access. So we have to find bundles of wood, and this quest has them at the foot of a lot of trees, so you can see them shining here. So with the gather quests, the items that you have to gather have this little gear icon, and it'll glow gold when you can gather it. Otherwise, if it's gray, you can't. You're too far away. And you have this little bar down here that if it's interrupted, it will stop you from gathering stuff. Also, gatherable items tend to have this glowing gold glow. Say that 3 times fast. Glowing gold glow. See, I can't even do it once. But when you're done gathering stuff, the glow will disappear. Actually, we're halfway done. We've got the Lost Guards remains over here. Spoiler alert. The guards have, oh no. Phew. The guards have, died. I love the sounds, the subtle sounds of the water in Azeroth. Yeah. Although much has been stripped from the corpse, strewn nearby is a medallion with the words Footman Malachi's stone etched upon it. Search the Murloc village for Rolf or signs of his death. We'll do that one too, because that requires us to kill some murlocs, which will give us a lot of experience points. Hop on some rocks here. Hello, Mr. Murloc. Put my shield on. Being a priest is amazing because you can just take all this damage and dish it out. And I'm like pretty much untouched.
I need a target.
Nice. So the remains are right over there, so we're gonna clean all this out.
I don't have a target.
And that's our newest spell, Penance. So why that spell is cool is because it's both a healing spell and a damaging spell. So if I point it at an ally or myself, I heal for 3 quick bursts. But if I point it at an enemy like this, I do damage in 3 quick bursts. Jeez, there's so many of these guys. So enemies in World of Warcraft have what's called a threat radius. At least I think that's the name. And it's a radius in which your presence alerts them. So red enemies with red outlines, have this threat radius, and if you enter it, they'll immediately attack you. And murlocs have some of the biggest threat radiuses. They're actually pretty formidable foes in early levels, because this is before you have all the tools you need to help this guy out. Before you have all the tools you need to, oh, I'm sorry, I took that away from him. To, deal with them. But now that we're a priest and we've got our shield and all that stuff, we're in really good shape. Yeah. So here's the other remains. And all we have to do now is deliver their medallions. So that's a little bit of easy XP there. And we've got to find some more logs. Mr. Bear is getting in the way of that. Sorry, Mr. Bear. I am for real. Alright, oh, that's his bundle of wood, right? Is that gonna disappear? Yeah, it is. Okay, there's some more over here, though. Oh, and more over here. Oh, this guy doesn't mind. Just need one more bundle. I'll take this one. There we go. So, we'll turn this in here.
Greetings. Be careful.
Great. And then we'll go to guard Thomas and turn these remains in, unfortunately, these dog tags. And then we'll hearse back to Goldshire, to the Lion's Pride Inn. Like I said in the first episode, I kind of like walking because you get to experience the ambiance, and normally when you're playing World of Warcraft, you can't ride a mount until level 20. But if you have enough heirlooms, like the items I'm wearing right now, you have access to a mount at a low level, and it doesn't go very fast, but it goes faster than walking. However,
King's honor, friend.
that mount is extremely loud. Give Sarah Timberland the Stormwind armor marker.
For the Alliance.
Oh, have to go back. Well, in that case, we don't even have to waste a Hearthstone because we could just fly to Goldshire, which will be nice. We're almost at level 12. And once we head to Westfall, there's going to be a couple quests that will bring our levels up pretty steadily as well. So, it should actually be a pretty decent leveling experience. Hello, Sarah.
Well met. Farewell.
Ooh, 666 experience points. So yeah, wow, we could go through the Jasper Lode mine, but I think I'm gonna skip that, just so we can get into Westfall, because Westfall is really nice. It's a great leveling area. So let's fly to Goldshire, and let's zoom in and get a bird's eye view. I'll also turn off the HUD. That's better. I love Elwynn Forest. It's one of my favorite areas in any game ever. And it's probably where I spent the most time in this game, to be honest. I've leveled so many humans past level 15. I am a Horde player, but I've spent the majority of my time playing World of Warcraft as an Alliance player. I'm really just a Horde player because my friends are Horde players. Okay, so we've landed. Let's turn our HUD back on. And let's start heading toward Westfall. Oh, do we have a quest for us?
Light be with you.
Westbuck Garrison needs help.
Light bless you.
Sure. I think we're heading that way anyway. I like these little moments of silence where you and I get to just enjoy the sounds of the forest, the birds chirping, the owls hooting. You can almost smell it. Almost. Okay, maybe not at all. Oh, look at that. We've got a bunch of stuff for tailoring. We should definitely get into this a little bit later. Oh, I hear a wolf. Leave me alone, Mr. Wolf. I don't want to have to do this. But I will, because I'm itching for some combat. Got some wolf meat. So in this game too, there's professions, right? So we chose, Sleepy Girl chose, tailoring and enchanting. There are a bunch of other professions as well. There's mining, blacksmithing, jewel crafting, alchemy, herbalism, a bunch of stuff. but you can only pick 2. And on top of that, every character can learn 2 others, cooking and alchemy and archaeology. Okay, so yeah, this is Hogger, and this quest gives us 3,000 experience points. How amazing is that? The thing is, Hogger is an elite, I'm pretty sure. And elite monsters are different from regular monsters. They tend to have more health and do more damage. Okay. Gnolls, brutish creatures with no decent business in these lands, have been seen along the borders of Elwynn Forest. A large pack of them, many more than we can handle alone, have infested the woods south of the guard tower yonder. Another group has infested the areas near Stonecarn Lake to the east. The Stormwind army will commend whoever helps kill them. Bring me their painted gnoll armbands as proof of your deed. So another almost 3,000 experience points. So the gnolls are situated with Hogger, so if we kill the gnolls and Hogger, that's another 5,000 experience points for us. And I already see one of the gnolls right here. And one right here. Let's get this one. Oh no. Okay, so basically if a creature leaves the area that it came from and it goes way too far, it'll start running back. And when you try to hit it, the game doesn't let you. So it'll evade. So let's just go for this guy right here.
I need a target.
There goes one painted armband. And I know that Hogger's down here. I'm gonna help this hunter out. Heal him. A lot of newer players, I think. Ah, he's using skinning. Get another one of these guys. We've got to get 8 armbands. We've only got 2 so far. There's 3. Over here. Hopefully, fingers crossed for 4. There's 4. There's more gnolls around for sure, but I want to see if Hogger's spawned yet because this quest is actually pretty popular. Yeah, see, look at this. So many people around here. A level 18 Night Elf Druid is around here. Another quest, a deed. Let's see if we can kill both of these guys. Put our shield on so it's no big thing. And we leveled up to level 12. Look at us go, you guys.
I'm out of range.
And I tagged this guy for another painted armband. So all we need is one more armband. And Hogger is here now. He normally isn't immediately here, but I'm glad that he's here so that we can kill him easily. Earlier I was talking about how he wasn't here, and then I burped very loudly, and I don't think I need to tell you that that doesn't make for very good ASMR. And here we go. Hogger is defeated. And now we're treated to this little scene where Stormwind Defense takes him in. They actually arrest him, give him his due process. And they take him to the Stockades, which is a level 20 dungeon. Where he actually becomes a boss battle in there. But in previous versions of the game, before certain expansions, you used to just be able to just kill him and that was it. So I like that they gave Hogger a little bit of a backstory, and they have him come back later in the game because he's kind of an iconic character. Or should I say notorious character. So we've got our quests to turn in. The Hog request in Goldshire. And then the Riverpaw Null Bounty here. Thing is, I don't want to walk all the way to Goldshire and then walk all the way back. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this quest in here. We're going to do a couple quests here. And then we're going to get the flight point here in Westfall. Fly back to Goldshire. Turn that quest in and then fly back to Westfall. Because here on AzerothASMR, we value time. And I just don't want to walk back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Light be with you.
Doesn't make for a very good video.
For the Alliance.
So there we go. Now, I'm not equipping any of these low-level items because, like I've mentioned in the previous videos, I've got these heirloom items, and they adapt with your level. So as you grow, they grow too. So there's really no need to put on extra gear. Another wolf is chasing us. I think we're just gonna let it chase us. Because, you know, I'll shield just in case, but I don't think it's gonna catch up to us. Yeah. So here's the entrance to Westfall. And you can tell it's drastically different from Elwynn. Or excuse me, Elwynn. It's more like a plain. So here's Lieutenant Horatio Lane, who is actually a reference to CSI Miami. See, looks like they really put the cart before the horse.
Need help?
So let's turn in the steed and the hero's call.
Be careful. Well met.
Here's the deal, kid. We've got a full-blown murder on our hands. Double homicide, single horse, aside. Worst yet, we're in Westfall. I could throw a rock behind me and hit a dozen hobos with motive enough to want to wipe these people and a horse out. Now, I don't know who did this, and I sure don't appreciate having to come to this dump to investigate the deaths of a couple squatters, but I'll be damned if I don't find the perp. You want to help? Go talk to some bums. The hobo knows.
Go with honor, friend.
So we've got to talk to a couple of drifters and homeless citizens. And I like bribing them because the bribes tend to work past just asking. Wow, normally by now I have a character threaten to hit me. Wow, that worked every single time. Normally in this quest, no matter if you bribe them or not, the homeless citizens have a chance of just attacking you.
What can I do for you?
We got a new waist, so we're gonna equip that. Hot on the trail, the Riverpaw clan. So in these two quests,
Light bless you.
he wants us to kill murlocs and kill gnolls here in the hopes that they drop a clue that we can follow. So yeah, I forget exactly what happens, but I think the Cataclysm, which is an expansion that shifts the lands, I think the Cataclysm is responsible for all the homeless.
It's too far away.
So gonna tag as many of these as possible because I know that this hunter here also wants to do the same. Oh god, I'm on fire.
I need to get closer.
Come on, somebody drop a clue. No clues yet? Wow. Normally I have a clue by now. There it is. So now that we've got our null clue, we're gonna go get our murloc clue, and that's gonna be a little harder. The drop rates or clues on the murlocs is very low.
I'm out of range.
For anybody who's new to World of Warcraft, a drop rate is the rate at which an item drops, and murlocs tend to not have the best drop rates when it comes to items. You'll see what I mean in a bit. I have a human warlock here. I love seeing this is a brand new server. This is, I think, one of the more recent servers. I'm loving seeing a lot of new players, and you can tell that a lot of them are new just because they don't have heirloom items on. Normally, you see a bunch of people running around with items like I do. But I think that these are just newer players. Ah, look, we got our murloc clue. That's great. So let's go back to Horatio Lane. Turn those in, and I think we might actually level off of these. This is going swimmingly. See, I think what happened in our last video is because Grandma Stonefield was just dead for a lot of it, we couldn't progress as fast as we needed to. And that really hindered our time. Spent a lot of time walking in between farms. A lot of bee noises, a lot of cawing, a lot of crows, a lot of vultures. Westfall is not necessarily bleak, but definitely more humble than Elwynn Forest is.
King's honor, friend.
There we go. Level 13, guys. That's great. And we have mind vision, which I'm going to put over here because it's not very helpful, but basically you can pick somebody and then see from their perspective. So we're seeing from this night owl's perspective, which I think is cool. Anyway, what's our next quest? Looks like we got ourselves a real whodunit here, rookie. Unfortunately, it looks like the locals aren't willing to talk, and the clues you got off the gnolls and murlocs are damn near worthless. We're going to have to initiate plan. Be on the lookout for Two Shoot Lou. I think he's trying to pun here. Two Shoot Lou is an old confidential informant of mine who ironically makes his home at the Furlborough Old Pumpkin Farm. Head west to the farm and find out what Lou knows. If he gives you any guff, tell him that Horatio sent you.
Be careful.
So we're gonna go meet Two Shoot Lou and take our flight path back to Goldshire to turn in the Hogger quest, because that's juicy amount of XP that we're just sitting on. There are what are these called? Coyotes. There are coyotes around that would love to take a bite out of us, so I'm just gonna avoid them. See, this guy's got heirloom armor. He's a rogue, and this is the heirloom armor that rogues tend to go for. Rogues are pretty fun. I like all the classes, and I'm having fun as a priest, and I hope you are too. Look, we ain't got no room for no more. Oh, Horatio sent you? Right then, how can I help you? He's not here, is he? He knows I wasn't hiding from him, right? I was just trying to lay low and all that, you know? So, we're going to use Two Shoot Lou's old house, which is a box. Some of this is a little insensitive to real-life homelessness, I think. But I didn't program the game. To spy on an exchange between the people that they think are responsible for some of the murders happening here in Westfall. And this guy wants to kill 12 kobolds in the mine. I think it's called the Jasper Lode Mine, right? Yeah, the Jasper Lode Mine. No. Is it the Jasper Lode Mine? Let's see. Jenga Lode Mine. 12 kobolds in the Jenga Lode Mine. Jenga Lode Mine. Gosh, it's hard to say. And Mama Celeste wants us to collect 6 coyote tails and 5 handfuls of fresh dirt. Alright, so before we do all that, let's fly back to Goldshire and turn that quest in. You can probably hear my neighbors outside laughing. I don't live in a terribly noisy neighborhood, but occasionally when you record videos at an early enough time, you do get the sounds of your neighbors enjoying their weekend. And I apologize for that. I'm still in my soundproofing phases. So this is actually a look at Stormwind City, which we haven't been to yet. The capital human city. But how the game works, Flight Pass, is that just like you would maybe send out a carrier pigeon, pigeons have to stop at certain areas to then progress to other areas. Same thing with these flights. You have to stop at one area to continue to go to another area because that's how they've learned to fly. At least that's how I'm explaining it. So, what is that? That's amazing. I've never seen this before. So we're going to turn this quest in.
Need help? For the Alliance.
For almost 4,500 experience. That's great. Now we're going to fly all the way back to Westfall.
Safe travel.
I'm going to actually leave you with a little bit of the silence for this, so that you can just enjoy the flight. And we're back in Westfall. So let's turn on our HUD and let's do some of these Westfall quests. So we also have to collect some piles of fresh dirt, so that'll be easy. They're pretty plentiful here in Pumpkin Patch. Already got 3, let's get 2 more. My dirt. Okay, and now we need coyote tails. But unfortunately, it looks like this place is cleaned out of coyotes. Except for this one. So let's go and get this guy. Or girl. I don't want to misgender this coyote. There goes one coyote tail. Ooh, my stomach's rumbling. Sorry if you caught that. I need to have some breakfast. Coyote tail number 2. Oh no, I just missed another coyote. Yeah, these areas are very popular, so a lot of the times you'll find yourself running out of enemies. Coyote tail number 3. Here goes number 4, hopefully. Occasionally, even though you will see on the model of the coyote that it has a tail, occasionally it just won't drop one. Which I always thought was odd, but then I realized that maybe the explanation for that is, you know, you did so much damage. Oh, our inventory is full, wow. I think that maybe they explain it with you did so much damage to the tail that it's just not recognizable, or you might have accidentally disintegrated it with your holy magic. That's me giving Blizzard. I think that's me giving Blizzard the benefit of the doubt. So we're gonna have to sell some of this stuff. Is there anybody here that buys or sells anything? That'd be helpful.
Inventory is full.
I can't even accept this because my inventory is full. So let's get rid of this old belt that I have. Cool. What's our next quest? Okay, we're gonna go into the mine. The mine. Jangalode mine. Here's that mountain I was telling you about. A lot of like buzzard noises. Look at that. It's just a huge tornadoous. Tornadoous? I think a magical tornado. It's ripping up the center of Westfall. That's another thing that changed with the Cataclysm. The Cataclysm was Blizzard's way of introducing new and crazy things to the world itself without it was a good explanation, I think. You know, just a giant cataclysm really changing the way that the world works. So I need to slay 12 of these kobolds. And I think I'm going to do what I've been doing for the other creatures, which is just running through and tagging them all.
I need to get closer.
And also, we need to use Two Shoe Lou's house at the end of the mine. Which is right here, I think. And watch an exchange. Somebody else is already here doing it. So this is kind of part of the quest that underlies Westfall. There's a huge through-line quest that ends in a dungeon. And we're kind of getting a little bit of the flavor and background for that quest right now. So a shadowy figure is talking to Glubtalk, a two-headed ogre that also happens to be a magician, or a magi. And can't really see, but Glubtalk actually ends up being one of the bosses in that dungeon I mentioned earlier. So basically the conversation here is this shadowy figure is offering power to Glubtalk, and if Glubtalk denies that offer, the shadowy figure will kill Glubtalk. So this is basically Glubtalk accepting the offer of the shadowy figure who we don't know yet. So, yeah. We just got some background information, but now we still need to kill some of these kobolds. We only killed 5. We need to kill
I can't carry anymore.
7 more. So we're gonna tag that one. Tag that one. I love being a priest, wow. Is there one in here somewhere? Nope. Maybe outside? There tend to be a couple kobolds that congregate outside. There's one. Wow, only one? Oh, here we go. 2 and 3, I spoke too soon. To kill 3 more. Okay, and just 2 more kobolds and we'll be good to go with this quest. And the other one just showed up. Great. We're all done. So let's avoid this young flesh ripper. I think later in the Westfall quests we have to actually kill a couple of those. We have to choose our reward, but we should clean out our bag before we do. Whichever one costs more money or sells for more is the one I normally choose. And there we are, level 14. And we've just learned the spell Resurrection, which we can use to, you guess it, resurrect our allies. Or just people in the world who have died. A couple of thugs recently showed up at the farm causing all kinds of trouble. I don't know where they came from or who they're working for, but I know they're bad news. I may have overheard them talking about subjects that might interest you. If you're interested, you'll find the thugs back behind the farmhouse. If you get caught or killed, I don't know you, never seen you. Good luck. Good to know. Thank you too, Shoot Blue. So there's a couple of thugs that spawn back here. But just like this person has been waiting here, and this person is waiting here, this quest is only awarded to one person at a time, I'm pretty sure. So, we'll see who gets it first, and hopefully it's us, because I would love to not have to worry about it. And they're gonna jump me. Yeah, I don't think we got awarded the eavesdropping thing. Oh no, we did. That's great. Oh, the sound of gunfire. That was probably a little loud for ASMR, and I'm so sorry. But yeah, Shoot Blue has been murdered.
Light be with you.
We're dealing with an organization here, rookie. You don't just off the richest bum in Westfall in broad daylight and leave no witnesses. Someone with a lot of power is behind these murders. What have you learned so far? So what do we know so far? We need to follow the clues. Over at the Jansen's den, you found a water-soaked letter and some scraps of red cloth. Here at the Fur Burrows, you overheard a conversation between some shadowy figure and an ogre mage. You also got a confession to the murder from a bunch of thugs whom you then killed. Something isn't adding up, rookie. There's an old couple southeast of here at Saldean's farm. Head over there and speak with Farmer Saldean. Find out what he knows.
Be careful.
So we're gonna go to the Salteans and see what's going up there. There's a couple quests there that should actually get us to level 15. I really enjoyed my time with you guys today. And I hope everyone has been enjoying this World of Warcraft playthrough. Please, if you have any suggestions, if you want to see another character, if you want to see another game, just let me know in the comments. I'm very open to it. And while I did launch this channel with the idea that it would be a World of Warcraft channel, I'm down to do other games or whatever. It's whatever you guys want. Just happy to be making content. Happy to help you get to sleep. Horatio Lane? That man is a scumbag, dirty as my underwear. Listen, friend, I don't often give out advice like this, but you seem like a good woman. Get out of Westfall. You're already in way over your head. All you're doing now is putting your neck on the chopping block. So we have to kill 10 Harvest Watchers, and I think in here there's a quest. Yes.
Can I help you?
Collect 6 okra, 6 stringy flesh ripper meat, and 6 gore fang flanks, or gore tusk flanks.
Be careful.
So, we can find okra in here, which seems to be tapped out except for right here. Same with Harvest Watchers.
Inventory is full.
Oh. Oh, wait. I remember correctly. Farmer Saltean sells stuff, so we can maybe get rid of some of our junk.
Greetings.
He does. Great. Getting rid of all this stuff. So that we actually have room. Cool. I'm good with that.
For the Alliance.
Because I think that when we loot this, it gives us a quest. Yes. Sorry, friend. I need this okra.
It's too far away.
Need all of these things, so we're gonna do what I've been doing. See, can't collect okra while I'm being attacked by everything. Now, this might seem dangerous, and don't try this at home, folks. But you can fight 4 different enemies at once and live. And I got a bunch of stuff in there too, which is great. More okra. Attack this Harvest Watcher here, and this Harvest Watcher here.
Out of range.
Put our shield up. Get this Gore Tusk, this other Harvest Watcher. This Gore Tusk, this Gore Tusk. We're just taking up a lot. And, I'm actually gonna heal myself up a little bit. Because I'm taking a lot of damage here. But look at that, we got 3 Gore Tusk flanks out of it. Gonna tag that Harvest Watcher. Gonna get some of this okra over here. Just gotta kill 3 more Harvest Watchers. And I need 2 more okra. There's one over here. And we'll get the Harvest Watcher over on our way. Cool. And then hopefully
Far away.
both of these Gore Tusks will drop flanks, and we'll be done with the Gore Tusk part of this quest as well.
I need a target.
Great. And one more okra here. And then all we have to worry about is flesh ripper meat. So let's go find some flesh rippers. These guys are actually a little harder to find. They're just more dispersed in the world. I hear a couple, which is great. Oh, 3 of them.
I need to get closer.
Right on.
I don't have a target.
These guys hop around, huh? Great. Just need 2 more. Oh, coyote. Being a priest is so helpful in Westfall because there's just so many different enemies and they all attack pretty fast, so it's nice to have a shield to kind of mitigate that. And 1 more flesh ripper.
It's too far away.
There we go. And that does it for that. So let's go hand these 2 quests in. And also hand in the item that we found in one of those Harvest Watchers, because it leads to another quest, which is actually kind of fun.
Well met. Light bless you. Go with honor, friend.
Hey there. See you around.
Hey, and there we go, guys. We've hit level 15. That's amazing. So, at level 15, we've unlocked a dungeon finder, which allows us to queue up for dungeons. And you can choose to be a healer or damage. I can't choose to be a tank because my class is not a tank class. And that'll actually help us level up even harder because you get bonus experience, bonus money, bag full of goods, which is awesome. And you've also unlocked our talents. So we're going to pick our talent, and then I think we'll wrap up the video. So, Castigation. Penance fires 1 additional bolt of holy light over its duration. Twist of Fate. After healing a target below 35% health, you deal 20% increased damage and 20% increased healing for 10 seconds. Schism. Attack the enemy's soul with a surge of shadow energy, dealing 158 shadow damage and increasing damage that you deal to the target by 40% for 9 seconds. I think because in the earlier levels, not many people are going to be underneath 35 health, and because we're not playing a DPS class, we'll go with this. So that we have 1 bolt of damage or 1 bolt of healing, depending on how we're casting our penance spell. Alright, guys. So, I think in our next video, what we'll do is we'll run our first dungeon and continue questing in Westfall and see where that takes us. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video and that you're soundly asleep. Thank you for joining me today, and I can't wait till the next time we meet in the world.